Welcome to the show. It's your boy Jay, and it's another episode of Just the Facts. And I gotta start this show off with a question. In 2026, do we really think that there is any way to get away with a murder? Like, do we really do people really commit a murder thinking that they're going to get away with it? Or when they commit the murder, do they already assume or know that they will be caught? It's just a matter of when they'll be caught. Because I've been seeing some real questionable things, but I'm asking this question in particular because of a situation that just happened in Columbus, Ohio, December 30th. I don't know if people know, if you up to speed on it. If you're not, I'm about to put you on game. If you are, we about to review a few things and catch up on some updates. Monique and David Tepe was murdered in their house. There was no forced entry. There doesn't appear to be anything taken from the home other than two lives. There was two lives that was spared. They had two kids, a 4-year-old and a 1-year-old. So on paper, it looks like these people committed the perfect crime, right? Like, obviously, we know, like I said in the beginning, I'm asking, do people really think that they can get away with the perfect crime? Or is they just, what I'm saying, playing it until they get caught up? We about to watch this video talking a little bit about this situation. Let's just do it. Let's catch it up to speed, because obviously we know now that the ex-husband of Monique is the person that they have caught and is holding in suspicion of the murder. While we go down this rabbit hole, we're going to bring up a few things, question a few things, talk about a few things. But I just watched, actually, we're going to do the law and crime one. We're going to go to the law and crime, because law and crime is pretty good, right? Let's check these people out. Let's see what these people are.
Filed in the murders of Spencer and Monique Tepe on the eve of their funerals. Monique Tepe's ex-husband is in custody for the murders. I have the details. Welcome to this breaking edition of Crime Fix. I'm Anjanette Levy. The murders of Spencer Tepe and his beautiful wife, Monique Tepe, shattered.
I said David. That's my fault. Spencer Tepe. So it's Monique and Spencer Tepe. I said it wrong. That's all my fault.
Their families, the parents of two young children, ages 1 and 4, were shot to death in their home in a downtown Columbus neighborhood in the middle of the night as those little children slept. It happened in the early morning hours of December 30th, police say, between 2 a.m. and 5 a.m. The story sent shockwaves across the state of Ohio and the country. A dentist and his stay-at-home wife murdered, likely in their sleep, found shot to death in their bedroom. Now, more than a week after the murders, Monique Tepe's ex-husband is in custody. Dr. Michael
Now it's interesting. What's interesting to me, now that we know that we have a suspect in custody, which was the ex-husband, which also is a doctor. So her current husband is a dentist and her ex-husband was a doctor. He's actually a special hearts type of surgeon. Like he important in a couple different places. Like he got a license in a couple different places. Nice. Like these is folks with money. So I'm trying to figure out, like, it's intriguing because it's like, well, what would have caused this man that's a surgeon? Like, obviously he making good money. Obviously, he shouldn't. They. I mean, they had a divorce apparently they had a divorce in 2017, which is like, you know what I'm saying, 8-9 years ago now. And for it to happen, like, what is the reason? What's your reasoning for why you murdering your ex-wife? Like, it's so interesting though. I really want to know why this why did this dude decide to December 30th to go kill this woman? Like,
He is a vascular surgeon, and he was married to Monique for a short time in 2015, and they divorced using a private judge. But it's my understanding that Michael McKee didn't want to let go, despite the marriage lasting just a short time. The affidavit in support of the murder charges states, on December 30th, 2025 at 9:57 a.m., Columbus patrol officers were dispatched to on a check on the well-being of a Dr. Spencer Tepe, who had not shown up to work. Officers arrived and found Dr. Tepe and his wife, Monique Tepe, deceased inside, suffering from gunshot wounds. 2 minor children were found inside the home unharmed. Columbus Fire Medic number 7 responded and pronounced both victims deceased at 10:11 a.m. Columbus Police Homicide Unit Team 2 was advised, responded, and initiated an investigation. During the subsequent investigation, detectives were able to identify a suspect through neighborhood video surveillance. The suspect was tracked to a vehicle which arrived just prior to the homicides and left shortly.
so they say they caught they seen a suspect. They seen a person that they suspect through neighborhood video surveillance. You know, your Ring doorbell camera, the Google doorbell camera, the Vivint doorbell camera, the ADT doorbell camera. Any of these little home security doorbell cameras. Not to mention, you know, I don't know if people really know this, but DOT also has their own cameras out on the highways and on the streets and things like that. They have their own cameras. How do you think that you're outsmarting all the, like, you knowing all of this is, they have access to all of this stuff. What is going through your mind? Like, what could I'm so interested in knowing what drove this man to want to kill the wife and the husband. Like, you left the kids alone. You didn't take anything. Obviously, you don't need to take anything. You rich, just like the dentist. Probably got more money than the dentist because you one of them super surgeons. You fixing people's hearts and stuff. So it's like, what could really be going through your mind to make? And obviously, when they catch the man, yeah, they caught him. They caught him in Rockford, Illinois. They caught him back in Illinois, so he went back home. Like, you don't think they gonna see some type of evidence? Your car probably done drove past somebody's doorbell camera at the time that they looking for. Hey, we gonna canvass this whole area. They gonna ask everybody for their doorbell footage around these times. I need to see it. We need the evidence. 9 times out of 10, this dude, he not thinking this stuff through. He probably drove down there in his regular everyday smuggler. He probably went down there in his Benzo. He listening to his jazz, listening to his classic music, and he thinking about how he about to go handle his business. Why? This is crazy, bro.
Shortly after the homicides, detectives were able to identify this vehicle further and link it to Michael McKee. Detectives located the vehicle in Rockford, Illinois, and found evidence of McKee in possession of the vehicle prior to and after the homicides. Now take a look at this surveillance video. Columbus police put this out earlier.
They caught you walking by somebody's nest door. I don't know if that's on the doorbell. Maybe it's hanging up on their garage. It looked like it's hanging on their garage because I see a car in the trash can. So they catch you walking by houses in the wee hours of the morning, right after somebody just got killed, and you hop in your car with your tags and you drive down the street. hop back on the highway on the way to Chicago, on the way to Illinois, Rockford to be exact. You a doctor, bro. You supposed to be smarter than that. Like, why are you doing that? What's going on? What you thinking, bro?
Here this week, asking for anybody who recognized the person in this video to call them. It's very likely that Columbus police believe the man walking down the street in an alleyway in the area of the Tepe home, that they believe that this is Michael McKee. Michael McKee right now is in custody in a jail in Rockford, Illinois. It's the Winnebago County Jail. He will have to be extradited here to Ohio to face these murder charges. It's an absolutely heartbreaking case. The young children of Monique and
You know what's even crazier is like, what is your alibi gonna be? Because we know that DOT has cameras. So now that they got your license plate, they can type it into their little computers. There it goes. They follow your whole path back to Rockford, Illinois, bro. They gonna follow your whole path back. They gonna find out. They gonna know when you came to Ohio. When did you even get here? They can follow the whole path. Now that they got your license plate, they got your tag. You did this in your car. You ain't even take your tags off and do the little cardboard box and say stolen tag. My tag been stolen. I gotta get a new one. You rode down there with your tag. I don't know if people know that they got cameras. Like, you can really go on the internet, you go on the website, DOT, and you can watch the cars driving by on the interstate. You can watch them yourself. You can do it yourself. It's public information. You can see it. Do we really think we getting away with crimes like murder, bro? Do we really think that? Do we really think that? I need to know. Somebody please tell me the answer to that. Somebody has to give me information. I need to know. I need to know.
Spencer Tepe, they were crying when friends of the couple were at the home. They arrived to check on this young, beautiful couple, wondering where they were after Spencer Tepe did not show up for work. And they made this gruesome discovery that they had been murdered.
For me, it's just, look at these people, man. They look like, I don't know, it looked like the perfect marriage type situation, right? I wonder, because in my experience in life, everything that looked good on the outside ain't always what it looked like. Shit be fucked up. I'm really wondering was there a situation where maybe Monique and him had some type of communications which could have given her some sort of indication that he was like super obsessive with her? Because I think the lady made some kind of comment saying that he wasn't wanting to let go. So was there any type of indication showing that, any type of signs that they knew that this man was unhinged? And if so, were there any measures taken? Like, was anything set forth? Or there's another theory that I can come up with where maybe she led him to believe something was there that wasn't there. Maybe he just went over the edge. Because even when they got divorced, apparently they say that there was no she just divorced him for incompatibility. They weren't compatible. There apparently wasn't any animosity or anything like that. She actually owed him $1,200 whenever they left. So in my mind, I would think, well, maybe she would have more of a motive to get him. But that was 8 years ago. When we talk about $1,200, these folks lived in an $800,000 house. Just so you can know that I've already looked it up. They stay here. They stay at. This is where. Let's see, Tepe murder location. The Tepe location. The oh man, that's probably, yeah. The residence located in the 1400 block. It was actually the 1411. was where it happened at, and it's in these nice little houses, nice little townhouses that just was built. I don't know what this is. Yeah, this house right here, $800,000 house built on this lot right here, or $700,000 is off the market now. Obviously, it's off the market now. But I mean, they wasn't broke folks. So it's like, I wonder if they didn't have kids together. Like, what could have spurred this man to come from Illinois? And matter of fact, we can look up where this man was from. What was his name? McKee. Uh, David McKee, Michael David McKee. Where did I see it at? Let's see. We got to say. Yeah, he's a vascular surgeon. Rockford area. Rockford. That's the Chicago Lincoln Park neighborhood, specifically the 2100 block of. So let's look this up. Let's see where this is at. Let's see where this is at. Images. Oh, this dude living like this in Rockford, Illinois, over here by the he out. Oh, this visit. Let's see what this is about. Let's see what these is running for. 560,000. Okay, some quaint, something for a bachelor. He a bachelor. He living in a $500,000 house, condo. No chump change. Okay. They got any pictures of the property? I want to see what it look like on the inside. You feel me? I want to see how the doctors live. I ain't got no pictures on here though. But anyways, you get what I'm kicking. So I'm wondering realistically though, if what really would have drove this man to have killed these two people? Was they? I can't imagine. I don't. It doesn't make any sense. When did they get married? When did the Tepes get married? December 13th, 2020. So 3 years after she. Okay. Could there have been okay? So let's come up with this theory then. Let's come up with this idea. Is it a possibility that maybe during the course of the divorce in 2017, Monique met another man who was Steven. She then divorced the other guy, in which he must have had to find out about it, caught wind that she left him because of another person. And he still was indeed obsessed with her and wanted to be with her. So he held on, he let time pass, and was calculated because he's a doctor, so he think he's outsmarting you guys. He's thinking he's outsmarting the people by giving it time, and he then decides to act out on his calculations, which then still leads me back to my question: do we still think in 2026 that we can get away with murder no matter how smart you are? Like, do we, like, all this technology and all this shit that they have? There's actually this other story of another dentist in Ohio. Dentist? Yeah, dentist. He actually staged, he worked this out. He calculated this over a span of a year before he actually took out the action and killed his wife. And he acted like it was some fucking stalker from her past that never even, that this, man, we can get into that too. We can get into that, matter of fact. We can get into that. But we only 3 minutes into this one right here. We going out. This is just crazy though.
Murdered. The Tepes will be laid to rest on Sunday. And so Law and Crime will continue to follow this case and bring you any new information as the case unfolds.
Let's get to the latest on this case that we've been following closely out of Ohio, the murders of Spencer Tepe and his wife, Monique Tepe. Now, when it comes to how much information police give out to the public during an investigation like this, especially an investigation as public as this one is making national news. You really can only speculate with what the PR strategy is for police, why they're giving out certain pieces of information, why they are answering certain questions from journalists. Of course, the biggest question is how close are they to catching a killer? It appears at this point only those on the inside, the people in the department, know the answer to that question. Now, this is the new body cam video that the city of Columbus just sent to us here at Law and Crime, and it shows the officer who was dispatched to make a welfare check at Spencer Tepe's home after he didn't show up for work at his dental office. And that officer, he did check out the property, he knocks on the door, didn't see anything and left. The only issue is, according to the chief of police, he went to the wrong address. This was at roughly...
Imagine a police being called out to do a welfare check on a specific home, only to find out that he did the wellness check, but he did it at the wrong address. Like, he ain't checked on the right folks. He checked on the wrong folks. That's crazy.
9:30 in the morning, about 20 to 30 minutes after the first phone call was made by Spencer Tepe's boss saying that something just didn't feel right because he didn't show up for work. It would be roughly another half hour until a 911 caller then discovers what he says is Spencer Tepe's body in the home of the couple on December 30th. More than a week into trying to find the person who killed Spencer and Monique in their home while their kids were there on December 30th, a lot of it is still a mystery. But the Columbus police chief did make some public comments, and from what we heard, she didn't directly say whether the public is still at risk. Now, what might that tell us about where police are in this investigation? We're going to talk about that, and we'll talk about what the chief reportedly said about the voice you hear in this call.
Hello?
Hi, this is 911. We just got a hang-up call. Is everything okay?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm okay.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm okay. Sorry.
Okay, well, it sounds like you're crying. Do you need police, paramedics, or anything?
No, I'm okay. I promise. I'm just emotional.
So that was a 911 call that was first obtained by Fox News Digital, and it claimed that this call was made in April at 2:45 in the morning on a Tuesday from the Tepe's address. Now, it is a woman who said that she had a disagreement with, quote, her man.
Okay. I don't need
Okay.
nothing.
Well, can I ask, what had you call 911 in the first place? Like, were you having an argument with
Me and my
somebody?
man got into it, but I'm okay. I promise.
Did anything ever get physical?
No.
You guys were just arguing, nobody hit each other?
Yes.
Okay. All right, man. Well, I have the information here. I can go ahead and tell the officers to cancel hitting over to your address there.
Yes.
If
Yes.
anything changes,
I'm sorry.
call us back.
Okay.
So the chief confirmed to local media outlets what Spencer's brother-in-law told us here at Law and Crime this week, and that is the female voice you hear on that call, that is not Monique Tepe's voice. But the chief is also telling local media outlets a little bit more context as to where that call may have been coming from and whether this call could be important to the investigation. Now, the biggest piece of information that we do have at this point when it comes to this investigation and what's been given out to the public by police, it's this video. It's the person of interest walking down an alley behind Spencer and Monique's home in the early hours of December 30th. Police are continuing to call out to the public to see if anyone has more video from a time frame of between 2 and 5 o'clock in the morning on December 30th. That is believed to be the time that police think that Spencer and Monique were killed. Now, you can see in the video that they have put out, even though it's grainy, there could be some clues to take away because you see that this person, it appears to be a male. They're wearing gray pants, black shoes, a black coat, and they're walking down this this alley in the middle of the night. This is a Tuesday morning this happened. Temperatures were in the 20s. This was the day before New Year's Eve. Now you can see that this person of interest, they're not looking at the camera, and maybe that's on purpose. This alleyway is one that you can drive down. It gives access to the detached garages behind the townhomes where Spencer and Monique lived. And this is a drone shot from the Tepe's wedding video. It was shot by Spencer's brother-in-law, and you can see the back alley and these fairly new-looking townhomes all in a row. And again, the Tepes lived in one of those homes. Now, the person of interest, they keep their head down. They don't look up. It's unclear if they know that there are cameras in the back of these homes or maybe on garages as they walk down the street. You do see that in that person of interest video. It's a Nest camera. So this isn't like an official police camera that's out there, but the type of thing that somebody puts on the back of their home if they're maybe concerned about someone trying to break into their garage or someone going through their trash. Now, this person of interest also, they have some mannerisms that you hope that someone watching this video would notice. It looks like they might be pigeon-toed. Police are emphasizing that, again, this is a person of interest. They don't know if this is the killer, if this is the person that they're looking for. The police chief did tell local media that this is really just a person who is in the area at the time where they are really focusing their investigation. This person may just be a person walking down the street after maybe spending time at a bar that closed late on a week where a lot of people were off work because of the holidays. We don't know, but you do consider the circumstances. This is suspicious. And also, we haven't heard if anyone has seen this video. Maybe they recognize that it is them walking down the alley. Maybe they were heading home.
Yeah, this they gonna have to drop a clue and let us know the motive behind the reasoning. Like, we're gonna find out about all that soon. I'm pretty sure they're gonna be doing a hearing. I think what they say they're doing a hearing for this. Oh no, they still got to bring him to Columbus. He probably already on the way right now. He's on the way right now. He's coming back right now. But we won't find out anything about that until probably maybe early in the week. Maybe like probably Tuesday, Wednesday type. Well, maybe Monday. They might expedite this thing. Boy, they trying to expedite it. These is doctors and housewives that is murdered family people. They probably gonna expedite this letter here. We're gonna touch base back on that whenever that happens. Oh, and I did mean to do a real quick update on those UPS dudes. They finally got sentenced. The last guy finally got sentenced anyway. His name was Demetrius something. I can't. What's his name? Let's do UPS brothers. Sentencing. Let's see, UPS brothers sentencing. Demetrius Shumpert, that's what his name was. Let's see. He was just sentenced on January the 8th. Yep, scheduled for January 8th. And I want to say, I believe he got I believe he got convicted of all charges, which gives him also a life sentence with the other guys that he was involved with. But it's interesting because he actually was snitching on the other guys too, so it's kind of crazy that he still got the yeah, he was convicted on all counts of related murder. First degree, carries mandatory life without the possibility of parole. Yeah. He will receive the mandatory life sentence. So all three of those knuckleheads got the life sentence, which obviously is rightfully deserved because of the heinous act that they created, that they did on that fateful January 2024 day. It's about how long sometimes it takes, and how sometimes it's so quick that they convict these people. Like Melly, for instance, been in there for 7 years. They still ain't figured him out. But I digress. That's not what this is about, and this is not what that's about. So yeah, they got this man up out of here. He got the life sentence. I wonder if they if they was bringing any charges in on the mall. Also, I'm not sure. I don't think so. But they did say he snitched on his mom also. This was his brother. His brother also got the life sentence. He was found guilty of 3 counts of premeditated murder. Yeah, all that good stuff. So they gonna go ahead and carry out their life sentence together. They got each other's back for sure. I think he a lot older than his little brother, so his little brother got a lot longer to go have to deal with all that stuff. But yeah, like I said, man, I just don't know why do people really think? I'm gonna end it with this. I need an answer. Drop a chat. Make sure you hit the like button, and do make sure you subscribe if you ain't already did so. But I do need an answer to this question, so drop this in the chat for me. Do people really think in 2026 that you can get away with crime such as murders? Please tell me. Or is it that they know they're going to get caught and they just playing the waiting game? With that being said, it has been real. I'm Jay, and I'm signing out. Catch me on the next time, guys.